Hi guys, and welcome to the Marc the Shark MMA show. Appreciate you guys watching me here on my Twitch channel. And don't forget, please follow me. If you happen to have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free. And also make sure you follow me on my social media accounts, including the Marc the Shark MMA show, YouTube channel, the Marc the Shark MMA show, Facebook channel. My Twitch channel is Marc BJJ Fighter. And my Instagram is Marc_Retorto. And don't forget, it's Marc with a C and not a K. And don't forget to visit the website where you can sign up to be a guest, you can sign up to become a sponsor, or you can shop. Get fabulous hoodies and t-shirts like the one I'm wearing right here. Not too shabby, right? And also you can make a donation. And also don't forget that I also have a podcast that comes out either on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Podbean, pretty much everywhere. I have a new episode that comes out every Friday or Sunday, depending on how the week goes. And then I'll be here on Twitch every Saturday. So make sure you watch me every single Saturday on this channel. All right, guys. Stay tuned and watch the show and enjoy it. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and hit the alert button so you get updates. And also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This podcast episode is brought to you by Defense. So, defend what you built. Save 15% with the code Marc the Shark MMA Show, used by all jiu-jitsu and MMA athletes to prevent skin infections. This podcast is also brought to you by Audible. Go to www.audibletrial.com/MMA Show. Get a free audiobook when you sign up for a 30-day trial. This episode is also brought to you by HostGator. Save 60% on your web hosting needs by using the promo code Marc the Shark MMA Show. Again, save 60% on your web hosting needs with HostGator. The podcast episode is also brought to you by Retorto Family Books. If you're interested in great books, action, thriller, suspense books, Saga Begins, or fantasy books like Marcus the Vampire, both written by your host, Marc the Shark Retorto. Again, go to www.retortofamilybooks.com. Also, do not forget to go to the Marc the Shark MMA Show podcast website, the shop for our merchandise. We got t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, hats, and mugs, anything you want. The Marc the Shark MMA Show podcast name on. And also, please do not forget to go to our website where you can make a donation to support the podcast. All you have to do is click on the donation button. All right, guys. It's Marc the Shark Retorto, and today I got a very special guest, Emaun Greagor. I'm going to bring him on right now. Emaun, how you doing today? Emaun, can you hear me?
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Audio sucks right now. How you doing?
Emaun, great. Good, man. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine, man. We're live now. We're streaming live. Yeah, man. So I think I had you on a show last year, if I'm not mistaken, right? But that was like on a regular podcast. This is the first time you're on the live show. So this is getting broadcast on Twitch, and it'll go on YouTube, and it'll go on the podcast and everything. So give us a little update, man. What have you been up to, man? How are you handling everything with this coronavirus and everything?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So give us an update, man. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Well, update about me. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada still. I am training, getting ready for my next competition. I'm actually got offered to fight on this very big card up north in Salt Lake City, Utah, on August 21st of this year. It's for a Fierce Fighting Championship. I was
Okay.
up in Utah on a get. I was up in Utah on a getaway, and on that getaway, I was training at a gym of a friend who's a super heavyweight champion of Tough Enough down here in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So I was supposed to fight on Tough Enough May 9th, but the with the coronavirus and everything happening, the show got canceled. And so the matchmaker, who's the Tough Enough super heavyweight champion, told me, "Hey, how would you like to fight on my card?" I said, "Let me think about it." And so I was up there training and everything, and Utah is a different state with amateur rules for MMA. Example, like I can head kick down here if I want to. Up there, I cannot touch the face. As far as head kicks and spinning back kicks to the face and stuff like that. So he offered it to me again, and this time, I said, "Why not?" I accepted it. It's like August 21st, FitCom weekend. The reason why I accepted this was because I've been trying to fight this guy for a couple years now. We fought in 2018 for Tough Enough. It was actually on the 19th of May when I go back in my Facebook stories and everything about that night. So my thing was, I was trying to fight him last year for a promotion out in California, and when that didn't materialize, I said, "Dang it, I really want this guy." And then on Tough Enough, it was a changing of the guard, so to speak. Got a new matchmaker who said, "Okay, man, if you want him, you got him." And then with the way the whole coronavirus thing is happening, it didn't happen. So I stepped up a different weight class. I'm going up a weight class to fight this guy at super heavyweight. Right now, I'm walking around at 295, and I'm able to run 2.5 miles in about 20 minutes. And my cardio is still A1. My strength is up there. I've been getting in some very good work with a New Jersey native, Phil Dunlap. He's from back east. He had the asylum back
yeah,
east. So I've been,
I heard of Phil.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I've been working
met
with.
him face to face, but I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm working with Tim as far as my ground and everything because he's he's a first degree black belt now under Ricardo Cavalcanti, Master Ricardo, who's also a Carlson Gracie black belt. So I'm going to him for my jujitsu and getting because I love his approach to the ground and everything. And I was getting some work in with some other cats around the city, and also going down working on my wrestling at another place in town. So the last 2 years, I've been up in my game. I've been up in my up in my striking, working my grappling, up in my conditioning level because I really, really want to. I really want to beat this guy because the thing is this: I'm all for respect with my all my opponents. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk mess on my opponents. I really, really try not to and be respectful. But I feel that this guy is going off of a lot of false bravado, so to speak. Um, he got a win. Before I faced him, he had a win and Tough Enough. It it was a TKO due to injury. Um, and then we fought, and a lot of people like when we fought Mesquite, people were coming up to me and saying, "Yeah, you won that fight." And I felt like I did because I felt like I was controlling him. I was the one who was more active. I really didn't see him doing much. So it's just like I'm kind of like, and then because I admit I did have my hands on the cage one time with my finger interlocked, but on the second time, all of a sudden the official decides to mark me off a point. And that point cost me it cost me the fight, man. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, how did you guys have it that close? Because I felt like I was winning the majority, like the first 2 rounds are mine. Third round, we were going at it a little bit. But like I know for a fact that the first 2 rounds I won. I felt like I should have got a unanimous decision. And so ever since our fight, I felt like I'm not doubting the guy or anything like that, but I feel like he got this false sense of bravado. Um, I was trying to get this fight at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my weight class. But we were posting. Then like I guess when the matchmaker got back to me, he's like, "Hey, he's willing to do a catch weight at 275." I said, "Okay, we could do 275. I'm all for it because I'm trying to get back down to heavyweight." And then I guess he felt like he couldn't make 275 because on our fight, for example, I came in at 244. He came in at 274 and a half. And I felt like I was still able to, control him in the clinch and everything. Yeah, you see, Mark, I'm about 6'4". He's about 5'10". And so we're coming in at super heavyweight right now, so he can come in at 274, so he doesn't have to cut weight. He can actually make weight and things of that nature. I'm just happy that this fight is like finally happening. He wants it. I want it. We have mutual friends on social media, but it's like I'm not trying to respond to any type of, clout, as like I guess the kids like to call it. Me, it's just like, hey, I'm respectful. If you want to talk about me, so be it. But I have my rules. I have my standards. When it comes to promoting a fight. One, I will never talk about a person's family, kids, or wife. Never do that. And that's off limits to me. I won't do that. I won't even do that for my worst enemy. I won't go down that low. But if they talk on me about it, like they talk about, my girl or my family in any type of way, then that's like, it's, it's going to be zero tolerance in there and zero tolerance afterwards, because I really don't respect that at all. So I know he has to, promote the fight or whatever, any way, kind of way he wants. So, I mean, if he wants to talk about me personally, me as a human being or me as a fighter, I'm all for it. Go ahead. You can say, oh, he could say I suck. He could say, oh, he doesn't have the skill set I have. Whatever. Just please don't bring no family, no kids, no loved ones into it, because it's not really what it's all about for me in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So,
I agree. That should be a no.
So with yeah, I mean, I know you got the Conor McGregors of the world. I know you got to promote the fight and stuff like that. But I mean, I'll promote the fight by talking about you personally, just you as a person, and as mixed martial artist. I could talk mess on that all day if I want to, But there's no need for me to bring in any type of, kids, family and all that kind of stuff. I have my, that's why with this matchmaker, it was interesting. Me and the matchmaker, he wanted to fight me for the Tough Enough super heavyweight title, but at the time, Tough Enough wasn't really going with it. The matchmakers at the time for Tough Enough wasn't really going for it. So, because I asked him respectfully, I just said, yeah, if you want to get in there, you want to defend your title against me, that's perfectly fine. And with that being the case, with it not happening, I said, okay, if he asked me to be on the card because he knows I don't really promote the fight in that way by doing trash talk like that and stuff like that, then I'm all for it. I'm going to stick to that standard, what got me to this, because Fierce Fighting Championship is going to be pretty big in Utah. I like the layout. It's at the Maverick Center. It's going to be. No, the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. I believe that's where the Utah Jazz play. I may be wrong on that. but it's definitely like there's three promotions in Utah. There is Mountain Forest MMA, Steel Fist MMA, and then there's Fierce Fighting Championship. Those are the three promotions in Utah right now. South Valley Slam, I think, maybe became Fierce Fighting Championship because I haven't heard about them for a very long time. So there's really three promotions, and I really feel that, like, I mean, I fought for Steel Fist. They're a really good promotion. Kevin and Pat are awesome guys. They put on amazing shows for the athletes and everything down there. I believe they have kickboxing now. So they're a really amazing promotion down there. But Fierce Fighting Championship, I really feel that with the matchmaker and like his vision, it's really going to be something that is going to be special. And, I see myself coming back as a pro and fighting on that card again, because my thing is I really respect the matchmaker. There's no BS. He's straight up with me. And I like that. There's no politics. And, I feel like a lot of there's some promotions out there, there's some matchmakers that fall into the politics. And, I'm not about that. This is my 7th fight against this guy. My 7th fight overall in MMA. And I plan on going up in there and getting that W. And after that, we'll see what happens, man. I tell people it's like I get my name out there. A lot of people don't believe I get my name out there. I do more media work than some of the professionals. One time my friend who fought as a pro said, "Damn, bro, you do more media work than me." Because, I'm, for me, I say it is not my coach's job to get me out there like that. It's my job to promote myself and promote what I'm doing. And so I never leave it up to any of my coaches to really promote me as a fighter. I have to do that. I have to put in the media work. I have to go get the sponsors. Can my coach help me? Yeah, that's a plus. But for me personally, I'm not leaving it in the hands of my coaches to, promote me. I promote myself. I mean, I've been on your show, the MMA Power Hour with Colin Gadrell. I've been on Vegas Live with Ninon. I was on Matt Perlman's interview with Matt Perlman, a show that he did. So it's like I really get my name out there, man, and that's what it's all about because promoters need to know if they can make money off of you. Yeah. And I feel after this fight, when I go up in there and do my thing and come out with the W, I may get the call. I may get the call to Bellator. I would love to fight Jake Hager, man. I'm really, as I said, I'm ready to go. I've been adding tools to my tool belt. I feel like I just don't see.
Guy that's been on my show call mentioning that guy's name.
Well, this is the thing, funny. Man. This is the thing. I love the sport so much. I hate to see people jump the line, so to speak. Now, I understand that Jake Hager he's a former professional, he's a former WWE World Champion. He was on that stage. He did his, he went to the University of Oklahoma as a wrestler. He got pins and stuff like that. But my thing is, what I respect about guys like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley is they actually went elsewhere to fight first. Freaking Jake Hager just said, "Oh yeah, I'm just going straight to Bellator," and got himself a multi-fight deal. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not mad at you, but at the same time, though, you haven't really been tested outside of his last fight against Anthony Lionheart Garrett. He's a good guy. He believed that he got kneed in the nuts. I don't know. It's everybody, his opinion versus everybody else's. But to me, in that fight, Jake Hager was getting controlled. I feel in order to beat Jake Hager, you have to outstrike him on the feet. Have to have good takedown defense. And if you get him to the ground, if you're a better submission artist than him, you got him. Like he stands too high. He has a high, he stands too high. He really doesn't stand like how a mixed martial artist is supposed to stand. And the only reason why I feel Bellator signed him was because of his WWE background. And I understand that they got to, make their money and whatnot. But
he has one, right? How many?
Huh?
He's had like 2 or 3 fights in Bellator, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not knocking those guys who he fought. The first guy was 1-1. Apparently, I looked his record up, but he had a lot of smokers apparently. And then the second guy he fought, I guess he had a professional boxing background, and I guess he was a meat factory worker. Pretty cool guy, man. I understand, he fought for his family and stuff like that. But, my thing is, it's like if Jake Hager, I'm not saying I'm a world beater or anything like that. I'm still developing as a mixed martial artist, But I'm just saying if I fight Jake Hager, I would do a lot better than his first 2 opponents. And his third opponent, who he fought that got to a draw with, really cool guy and everything. I felt like if he didn't get kneed in the nuts or the fight wasn't stopped because of that, I felt like he could have went on and beat Jake Hager. As I said, it's going to take a well-rounded fighter to beat Jake Hager. And interesting to note, in all of my time in MMA, knock on wood, I have not been taken to the ground. I have pretty solid takedown defense. I've been a blue belt for I've been a blue belt since 2011. So I've been a blue belt for a long time. So if Jake Hager, if me and him were to fight, if he thinks that he could just take me to the ground and use that arm triangle, I don't think so. Because if you look at Anthony Garrett, look at his size and look at Jake's size. Once the sizes were equal in comparison, Jake Hager really couldn't do much. He expects some guys to maybe come in out of shape or he'd be bigger than his opponents, but that's not always the case, So if I do get the call after this fight with with Fierce Fighting Championship, I go 3-1. I would love to get up in there with Jake Hager and get a fight in. As I said, I'm talking about him as a mixed martial artist. I'm not talking about anything else, his wife or his family or anything like that. That's out. But as a mixed martial artist, I really don't think he has all the tools just yet. And I feel like he's developing. I feel like there's guys in the amateurs right now who are like 4-0, maybe like with a winning record as well, who can probably beat Jake Hager because they're well developed. That's what the amateurs are for, to get your game well developed before going to the pros. And
now who's the name of the guy? Who's the name of the guy you're fighting in August? I don't think.
Okay, well, the guy I'm fighting, his name is Anthony Womack. He goes by Big Mac. So he's a brawler. I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. He takes care of his family and all that kind of stuff. But to me, this is just business. I feel that, I feel personally that he gets his confidence from probably the outcome of his the fight that he won, even though it's TKO due to injury, and plus going the distance with me. But for this, I'm going to say, this fight coming up, he's not going to go the distance with me. And if he does go the distance with me, he's going to be very, very sore. But I plan on finishing him because wherever the fight goes, I will be prepared. I I'll be in shape, ready to go, man. And as I said, I've been wanting this fight for 2 years, man, and I've been wanting this rematch. And I just felt like, some promoters in the past, I love them to death, but I felt like they were throwing obstacles in my way to try to, persuade me not to, get this rematch. I'm like, it's not about, this to me, it's like an unclosed chapter of a book. You know how when you read a book and all that kind of stuff, you stop at a chapter and then you have other stuff to do. That's how I feel. This is like, I call this chapter 34. And because I fought him when I was 34. And so my thing is, I got to get this chapter done. I got to close this chapter. As I said, I'm going to come in there prepared, in shape, ready to go. As I said, all respect to my opponent. I have no issues with him outside of the cage. As I said, he's a good man. He takes care of his family. He's a really good dude. But as I said, in there, it's all business. I felt like that win was taken from me. And this time around, I'm going to get that win back. And I'm not going to leave it up in the hands of the judges this time or the ref. I'm going to finish it.
I hear you. Now, is this fight going to be streamed live? Or
right,
like ticket sales and
it's going to be. I haven't found out much yet about the tickets, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be on a live stream as well. Okay. I'll get more details and all that kind of stuff as the fight goes closer. I'm 12 weeks out, so Monday training camp begins. So during training camp, it's like I abstain from liquor, alcohol, and sweets. Even though this is at super heavyweight and I can eat whatever I want, I still have that, I want to have that martial arts discipline. Because at the end of the day, I consider myself a martial artist first.
I hear you. Now,
yeah, man.
Let everybody know who wants to follow you. Like where should they? How do they find out more about you? Like through your Facebook page or Instagram or Twitter?
Okay. Yeah, they can hit me up on Facebook at Emaun the Main Event Greagor. On Twitter, it's you can follow me at Emaun Greagor. On Instagram, it's Emaun Greagor. I got the Twitch app now.
There you go.
I got
follow the channel.
Yeah, no problem. I got the Zoom app now. So anyway, if sponsors really want to, get out to me, they can, man, through those sources. I even got a Zoom app so you can actually see that it's me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I got the Zoom app, because, some sponsors be weird, like, is this really you or whatever? So they can have, a face-to-face meeting with me. And so, yeah, they can find me out through those media sources. Instagram, Emaun Greagor on Instagram, Emaun Greagor on Twitter, Emaun the Main Event Greagor on Facebook. Hell, you can hit me up on my personal Facebook. Now, I do have, besides my fight page, I do have another Facebook, but I'm not really active on that one. So to like people who are trying to add me, my Facebook page has like about 2,500 friends. So like promoters, matchmakers, Scott Coker, for example. You could get in contact with me on my personal page or at my email of emangregor@gmail.com. So as I said, man, like probably, who knows, after this fight, I may just call Jake Hager out. I know there's people who are, 1-0 as a pro, 2-0 as a pro, even 3-0 as a pro who would love to fight Jake Hager, but like, honestly, I feel that they're going to give his next fight to an amateur, like a amateur making his professional debut. So as I said, Bellator, I'll definitely take that smoke. I want that smoke with Jake Hager,
I hear you.
Because as I said, if I come in just as in much shape as him, he's not going to be able to muscle me around. He's not going to outstrike me. I mean, hell, if it was a wrestling match, I wrestled back in high school and stuff like that. And I have been getting my wrestling up here in Las Vegas as well. So,
Yeah, that's good,
if he
man.
does try to, wrestle me, it's not gonna be that easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, guy. Well, it was great having you on the show. So everybody, you can contact him in the social media page. Emaun Greagor, it's great having you on the show. Everybody, if you listen to this in podcast format, keep listening because there's more content to follow. Anybody who's watching this on Twitch, watch me next week. All right, guys. Take care. Bye, Emaun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, we'll be right back, but first a word from our sponsors.
During World War II, I was in prison in a Nazi camp. I died there, or so I thought. Instead, I became a creature of the dark world. Now I fight to protect my daughter. I am Marcus the Vampire. The book is now available at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com and RetortoFamilyBooks.com.
All right, guys, this week's episode is done on a live show. But if you happen to be listening to this in a podcast format, keep listening because there's more content to follow. All right, guys, see you guys next week.